Hi, my name is Janet and welcome to 365 Inspired Yoga Classes. Today is day 19 and our inspiration for practice is nature, the earth. So let's come on down to lying on our backs, really feeling a connection, starting in Shavasana, or some say Savasana, come see, come saw, whatever you want to say. Lay down on your back and open your arms wide and take up a little space by separating your feet to the outer edges of your yoga mat, maybe even off the mat. Close your eyes so you can really feel your connection to the earth beneath you. So beneath you, you probably feel your yoga mat and whatever flooring you're lying on. Journey beneath that, deeper down, through the foundation of your home and into the earth itself. We are made of the elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. Begin to notice your body breathing, taking in the air. And then deepen the breath, seal your lips, find your Ujjayi breathing, breathe in and out of your nose. Maybe tuck your chin just a little bit so you get a little tiny constriction at the base of your throat, and listen for the whisper of breath at the back of your throat. Some say it sounds like ocean waves, or the wind rustling through the leaves. Feel your connection to the earth, your connection with nature. And stay connected to your breath as best you can throughout our practice. And if your mind wanders off, or you're struggling and having a hard time breathing, then maybe rest exactly as you are, lying on your back. And then open your eyes and reach your arms over your head. Bring your legs together and point your toes down toward the end of the mat. Feel this extension of your body. Breathe it in. Stay as you breathe out. One more deep breath here. Breathe in. Breathe out. And as you start to breathe in, begin to draw your right knee up towards your chest. Bring your hands onto the right knee and give your right knee a little squeeze, pulling it in. Wiggle your right knee side to side, just feeling the movement in your right hip. And then place your right foot on the floor close to your left thigh and allow your right knee to fall open. This is supine tree pose. Take your left foot and flex the left foot so that your left toes point up toward the ceiling, up toward the sky. And then reach your arms overhead and take your expression of tree, reclining tree posture. Visualize or imagine your left foot is rooted into the earth and your arms are reaching for the sunlight. Breathe in and stay as you breathe out. Take one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, start to draw your right knee up into the air and then bring your hands to the right knee as you once again pull the right knee into your chest. Let's take this into a gentle twist using the left hand. Guide your right knee across your body. There you go, to the left side. Turn your gaze to the right and extend your right palm out to the right side. Just enjoying this gentle twist for your lower back. Hoping it feels delicious. Stay with it. One more big breath in, slow breath out. On your inhale, begin to unravel your twist. Drop both knees up into your chest and give them a little squeeze. Rock gently side to side, feeling that lovely stretch for your lower back. And then let's take a full body stretch. Your feet will extend to the end of your mat and your arms will reach over your head. Just stretching, reaching, elongating your body. Take a couple breaths here. In and out of your nose, slow and deep, rhythmic and even, continuous breathing. One more time, breathe in. And as you breathe out, start to draw your left knee up, bring your hands to the left knee, and squeeze the left knee toward your chest and gently rock your left knee side to side, just creating a little stretch, a little movement for your left hip. And slowly moving into tree on the second side. Place your left foot down on the floor next to your right thigh and then allow the left knee to fall open to the left side. Extend the right heel down, flexing the right foot so the toes orient up toward the ceiling, and reach your arms over your head, maybe spreading your fingers wide and opening yourself up into this reclining tree posture, using your imagination, feeling the right foot now rooting into the earth as the left foot connects to the inner right thigh. 2 more slow breaths in and out of your nose. One more time, breathe in, breathe out. As you inhale, start to bring your left knee up and then bring your hands on top of the left knee, pulling it once again into your chest, a little extra stretch. We'll use the right hand to guide the left knee into a twist. Guide your left knee across your body to the right. Turn your gaze to the left and extend your left palm out, facing open. Just take a few breaths, enjoy the gentle stretch for your back and your left hip as you twist open. Deep breathing, slow and even, long and smooth in and out of your nose. One more deep breath in. Stay for your exhale. And then begin to unravel the twist, hugging both knees up into your chest, placing your hands on your knees, rock gently side to side, feeling good. Nice. And let's take our hands beneath our seat with your thumbs slightly tucked under for support. Can you feel your low back pushed into the earth? Keep your low back connected to the earth as you take both legs up high. Flex your feet and then lower your heels just a little bit, perhaps just 20 degrees, and kind of hold there, pushing your belly in and your back to the mat. Breathe in, and as you exhale, take the heels just a little lower. If your back lifts, you've gone too far. We're igniting the abdominal muscles here as we hold and breathe. Let's do one more layer, only if you can keep your low back connected to the mat. Breathe in, stay for your exhale. One more inhale, and as you exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Rock gently side to side. And then take your fingers behind your kneecaps, tucking them there. Kick your feet into the air and rock along your spine 3 times. And on your third roll, come up to a seated position, easy pose, easy seated position, legs crossed. Sitting up nice and tall, circle your arms high overhead, bring your palms to connect above you. And as you breathe out, slide your hands down to your heart space. Gaze down over your fingertips or close your eyes and just take a moment to feel your connection to nature. Feeling your breath flowing. Set your intention to feel that connection. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. One more breath here. Feel the connection to nature, to trees, to the earth, to animals, to all the plants on our planet, the water and the earth, and breathe out. And then begin to open your eyes. And let's change it to tabletop, coming onto your hands and your knees. And as you come to your hands and knees, take time to align your wrists beneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Your feet will be separated slightly back there. Spread your fingers wide, creating space between each palm, and claw at the earth with your fingertips, feeling the traction of your hands and the strength in your arms. And then re-extend the fingers nice and wide. Breathe in and drop your belly to lift your gaze upward into cow pose. Exhale, round the spine to cat, pressing your upper back toward the ceiling. Do that again. Breathe in, cow, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Breathe out, cat, round the spine, chin to chest. 2 more rounds. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. One more time. Breathe in, cow, drop the belly, lift your gaze. Breathe out, cat, round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale to a neutral tabletop pose. Curl your toes under and exhale your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Pedaling out your feet at the back of the mat. Just stretching it out. Stretching the hamstrings. You let your head hang heavy. Tilt your tail a little bit like you did for cow as best you can. And let's check our alignment here. Breathe and shift forward to high plank. And oftentimes it makes the distance between your hands and feet just a little too short. So step the feet back or walk the hands forward until your shoulders are right over your wrists. Just like that. Breathe in and exhale to down dog. Pause. Noticing how this feels a little more challenging with this added length between your hands and feet. Look back at your feet, keep them hip distance apart. Maybe your heels are now connected to the mat and maybe they're not, and that's perfectly fine. Really spread your fingers wide. Feel strong in your arms as you press your heart back toward your thighs. Take 2 more slow breaths here. Breathe in, breathe out. 1 more time, inhale, exhale. Breathe in, look to the top of the mat, and as you exhale, take a slow walk to forward fold. When you get to the top of the mat, leave your feet separated hip distance, maybe a little bit more than that if you need space. Soften your knees and rest your belly over your thighs. Hold on to your opposite elbows and gently sway your body side to side. Let your head hang heavy. Simply feel your body breathing. Feels good to breathe, nice and deep. Stretching out the spine. Come to center. Fingertips can touch the mat maybe. Nod your head yes. Feel your neck release. Nod your head no. Just letting go. And then once again, nodding the head yes. Finishing with an affirmative feeling. Then come to stillness. Bring your feet together to touch. Breathe into a halfway lift. Glide your fingers up your legs until they rest on your shins. Maybe some of you can touch the earth or your tippy toes. And if you're really tight here, bend your knees and maybe your hands come a little bit higher toward the thighs or toward the knees. Shift the body weight slightly more toward the balls of your feet. Breathe in, and as you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise to mountain. Circle your arms out nice and wide. Come all the way up, reaching up to mountain. Turn your hands in, relax your shoulders down, tuck your tail under, pull your belly in. So there are variations of mountain pose. Sometimes we do it with the arms to our sides like we are a strong and firm mountain. And other times we like the arms extended. I like the arms extended for flow because it also creates a little extra extension through the torso. Can you feel that? And then relax your shoulders down from your ears. Take a deep breath in and breathe out to fold forward and moving your hands through heart center. Inhale, halfway lift. You were just here, so you know the alignment cues. Exhale, plant your palms and step back to plank pose. We've been here before. Option to come to the knees or simply wait in down dog. Now let's do our first chaturanga. Push up, breathe and shift forward, and exhale, lower halfway. Really tuck the elbows in tight. This is sometimes referred to as crocodile, and you can see by the shape of my body why this could be crocodile. Let's turn the toes over and breathe into upward facing dog. Shine your heart forward, arms are strong and straight. Kneecaps and thighs are off the mat. Feel your breath flowing. Inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. One more time, breathe in, breathe out. Good. Inhale, look forward, and exhale, step to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to mountain. And breathe out to bring your hands to heart center. And that was sun salutation A. And sun salutations are often done in the morning or in the beginning of a practice to warm up the body, but also in reverence to nature, in reverence to the sun. So let's go through that sequence of postures, moving with the breath a little more rapidly. 1 breath to 1 movement. We'll do it 2 more times. Step to the top of the mat. Arms are by your side. Shoulders relax down from your ears. Here we go. Let's flow. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms and step to high plank. Breathe in, shift forward. Breathe out, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, step to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain. Let's do it again. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms and step back. Breathe in, shift forward. Breathe out, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out, step to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Woo! Did it work? I'm feeling it, I'm warming up, and I'm sure you are too. Let's add on, build a little bit of strength into our practice. Breathe in, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, reach for the mat, squat all the way down and lower to your seat. A little bit of core work here, moving in to boat pose. So you feel your sits bones connected to the mat. Maybe shift around until the lowest points of your pelvis touch the mat. And then bring your fingers to the back of your knees, roll your shoulders down and back, keep your spine nice and long. Begin to lean back and maybe elevate your feet. Boat pose. You can stay exactly like this or extend the arms. That makes it a little more challenging. Perhaps you extend your legs. Hold for 3, 2, 1. And as you exhale, lower all the way to your back. Take a full body stretch. Arms overhead, toes reach to the end of the mat. Breathe in, and as you exhale, hug your knees back into your heart. Rock side to side. So let's move into yogi bicycles, one of my favorites, working the oblique muscles along the side of your waistline. Fingers behind your head. Left leg will reach out at an angle. Breathe in. As you exhale, lift and twist to the right. Left elbow touches the right knee. Inhale, center. Exhale, second side. That's it. Keep it going. Exhale as you twist. Breathe in. Come back to center. Keep moving. Right on. Woo. We're working it. Feeling stronger. Last 3. Here we go. 2. Exhaling as you twist. Last 1. Finish by twisting to the left. Good. And then release. Hug your knees in. Rock a little bit side to side. And then let's change direction and rock along the spine. 3 times. Get some momentum. Use muscle. Cheat with your hands. And come to standing boop, at the top of your mat. Awesome. From here, we're going to move into a little bit of balance. Balance postures that are inspired by nature. Tree pose, eagle pose. We'll take our eagle and fly. So start with your feet planted firmly on the mat. Circle your arms high overhead, bring your palms to connect above you, and breathe out to bring your hands down to your heart space. Gaze down over your fingertips or close your eyes. And take a moment to really feel your feet connected to your yoga mat. Use your imagination and root the left foot down deep into the earth. Open your eyes and find a single point that you can focus on. Shifting onto the left foot, lift your right knee into the air, turn it out, and connect it to its place above or below your knee. Make a choice that works for you. From there, you might grow branches and maybe respond to the air by swaying your branches side to side. It's definitely challenging, isn't it? Bring your hands to touch above your head. And bring your hands to heart center. Lower your right foot to the mat. Close your eyes for just a moment and feel your right foot rooted into the earth. Use your imagination, plant that tree. And then open your eyes and find your focus. Shift onto the right foot, turn your left foot out and bring it into place above or below your right knee. And then maybe start to grow your branches. Woo! Let the wind blow. Let it feel challenging maybe by taking it in different directions. Using nature for inspiration. Imagine the wind is blowing. And then bring your palms to touch and your hands back to your heart space. Lower your left foot to the mat. Every breath you take is an exchange with the plants on our planet. We breathe in oxygen, we breathe out carbon dioxide. So we're sharing our carbon dioxide, which is required by plants in order for them to live, and they transfer it back to oxygen. So we have this beautiful relationship with our planet. Let's come to standing at the top of our mat, if you're not already there. Moving into eagle and letting that eagle fly. So both arms will reach high overhead, and then sink into chair pose. And as you sit down, take your right arm and reach it underneath the left, crossing at the elbows. Good. Then shift to the left foot. Take your right leg over the left leg. Some of you might want to touch your toes down. Some of you might hook your toes with around your ankle. For me, my foot just kind of hangs around. The challenge here is to sit a little bit deeper. Eagles are known for having excellent vision, so keep your focus steady. Good. Eagles, let's fly. Unravel the right leg. Open your arms out like eagle's arms, eagle's wings. Taking your right leg back and letting your wings flap. Woo! And then bring both feet to touch on the mat. Come to mountain. Breathe in. As you exhale, sit into chair. Take a big breath in and breathe out to slide the left arm this time underneath the right arm. Palms touch. Some of you might have the back of your hands touching. Shift onto your right foot. Take your left leg over your right. Match the connection, maybe toes to the mat or hooking them around the ankle or just hanging around. And find your focus. Woo! Steady focus, steady breathing. And then slowly take flight, unraveling the left leg, sweeping your arms out. Left leg comes behind you and maybe you flap your eagle's wings. And then both feet meet on the mat as you stand tall. Breathe in. Let's flow. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step to high plank, top push-up. Breathe in to shift forward and exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, lift you to upward facing dog and breathe out to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, breathe your right leg high, and as you exhale, step it through to a low lunge. Make your way to warrior one by pushing your back left heel down. And as you rise, bring your hands to your hips, pull your right hip back, left hip forward. Lunge deep into the front knee and reach the arms high. As you settle in here, really feel stable in the foundation. Let's take this into exalted warrior by sweeping the right hand down and reaching for the back of the left leg. Lunge deep into the right knee. Lift your gaze up and bend back. So strong. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more deep breath in. Stay for your exhale. On your inhale, come up, both arms high. Exhale your hands behind your back. Interlace them at your tail and send your fingers down your back left leg. Toe heel your right foot to the right a few inches. Make room for your shoulders and get humble in humble warrior. Bending down, bring your right shoulder inside of the right knee. And let your head hang as your arms reach up over your head. Take a couple breaths here, just feeling your crown of your head reaching toward the earth as the arms reach toward the sky. One more deep breath in. Stay for your exhale, and on your inhale, begin to rise all the way up. Reach both arms high overhead. And breathe out to place your palms on the mat. Step back to high plank and flow through high to low plank. Breathe into upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Let's try that on the second side. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, bring it through low lunge. Inhale, warrior one. Pause to bring your hands to your hips, pulling the left hip back and the right hip forward. Lunging deep, reaching arms overhead. We really settle in, feeling our connection to the earth. The right foot is turned slightly in back there. The left foot is directly forward. Moving into exalted warrior, take your left hand and reach for the back of your right thigh. Lunge deep into the left knee and lift your gaze up. This is exalted warrior. Feel that little gentle heart opening stretch. Keep breathing. One more deep breath in. Stay in the pose as the breath flows out. And then breathe in and reach both arms high overhead. And exhale your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers back there. Really heart opener here. Toe heel your left foot to the left a little bit. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, bow forward, humble warrior. Left shoulder inside of the left knee as your head comes down and your arms reach high. Take a couple more breaths here. Be safe. You're stable. We got this. One more deep breath in. Stay for your exhale. On your inhale, start to rise all the way back up to warrior one. Exhale, your hands come down to the mat. Step back to plank and flow through your chaturanga push-up, your high to low plank. Breathe into upward facing dog and exhale to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, let's shift forward to plank and lower all the way down to the belly. Working the musculature of the back here, your chin is on the mat. And then breathe in to lift your head up, heart up, and your hands up off the mat. Good. Lift a little higher. Stay for your exhale. One more big breath in. Exhale, relax. Release your left cheek onto the mat. Relax your arms by your side. Just breathe. Couple breaths here. Can you feel the earth beneath you? Supportive. Let's move into locust with a little bind, just like we did in humble warrior. Hands behind your back, interlacing the fingers. You're going to squeeze your arms together and then see if you can lift your legs. Yay! Take another big breath in. Let it go. Whew. That's a good one, isn't it? It brings to mind all of the musculature of your back. You can really feel it working. Good work. Place your palms beneath your shoulders and push into tabletop. Let's come to standing on our knees for camel pose. So as you stand on your knees, your feet are separated about hip distance apart, and if you're really tight in back bends, I recommend you curl your toes under. Otherwise, with your feet flat on the mat, hands to the lower back, begin to lift your gaze up, breathe in, and as you exhale, bend backward. And you can stay just like that, or reach back and grab your heels. And if you can find your heels, use that connection to push your hips forward. Gorgeous. And then slowly the hands go onto your lower back as you rise up. Draw your knees and thighs together, sitting on your heels, taking a moment. Let's counter stretch the back with a version of child's pose called embryo. You think of it as this little tiny baby curled in to mom's tummy. And the arms rest down by your side. You just pause and breathe here. And then slowly roll up. Walk your hands forward, come to downward facing dog. Curl your toes under. Your exhale brings you to down dog. Moving into pigeon. Inhale your right leg high. And as you exhale, bring your right knee close to your right wrist with your shin resting on the mat and your left leg settling in behind you. So many yoga poses are inspired by nature. And here we feel like the pigeon, maybe settling in a little bit, feeling that nice openness, and then slowly relax into your pigeon posture. If you want to make some cooing noises, if that helps you relax into it, go for it. Where do you feel this in your body? Can you feel that stretch? Now staying in pigeon, bring your hands back onto the mat. We're going to move this into fire log pose. It's a bit of a challenge, so be careful with your body. Shift onto your right hip and sweep your left leg around in front of you. So the legs stack like fire logs in a fireplace. And as you can see, it's hard for me to get my knee all the way down to my foot. So if this doesn't work for you, you can sit cross-legged instead. Keep both feet flexed. This helps to take care of your knees. And this is fire log pose. You can stay just like this. Let me turn toward you so you can really kind of see what it looks like a little bit. There you go. And then perhaps start to lean into your legs a little bit, only if it feels good. It's a huge hip opener. So easy with your body as we wind down, move slow. And then slowly rise up. And let's come back to down dog by sweeping the left leg behind you, planting the palms. Push back to downward facing dog. Second side, those two postures. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale your left knee next to your left wrist. Shin rests along the mat. The right leg stretches out behind you. So be like a pigeon and kind of just settle in there. Get all settled in. And then slowly lower down. Softening to the mat. Just relax and breathe. Couple breaths here, releasing the hips, winding down, and letting go. And then slowly start to make your way back up onto the palms, moving into fire log pose on the second side. Shift toward the left hip, take the right leg all the way over, crossing your left ankle on top of your right knee, thigh area. Keep both feet flexed, sit up nice and tall. Do your best if there's space there. If you need to sit cross-legged, totally okay. This is your times, your yoga, make it work for you. And only if it feels right for you and you tried it on the first side, begin to bend forward, getting into a little deeper stretch for the hips and lower back. Couple more breaths here, just feeling it, breathing it. And then slowly coming back up. Shift to the left hip, sweep your right leg all the way around behind you. Plant your palms, curl the right toes under, and push up and back to your last down dog of our practice today. Sending your hips high, your heels low. Spread your fingers wide. Push your heart towards your thighs. And just notice how that feels different than when we started. Good. From there, look forward and step all the way through to have a seat on your yoga mat. With your heels extending out in front of you, pull the flesh of your tush back behind you. Reach your arms high overhead. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, hinge forward, stretching into it. Take a few breaths here, just breathing in, maybe lift a little, and breathing out, flow deeper. Your next inhale, rise to seated. Place your feet on the mat, and as you breathe out, lower slowly to your back. Core control all the way down. Once you get to the mat, bring your knees into your heart space. Reach between your legs and grab your feet. Draw your knees down toward the earth, your tail toward the mat. Rock gently side to side. Happy baby posture. Straighten one leg at a time if that feels good. And then letting go of your feet, hug both knees in. Pull your forehead up to your knees. Give yourself a nice little squeeze. Breathe in. And then come back to Shavasana where we started. Arms out wide, feet a little wider than your mat. Close your eyes. Feel the earth beneath you. And soften and settle exactly as you are. Let go of controlling your breath and simply allow your breath to flow. And as you continue to rest, I'd like to share a sweet little quote. It comes from a Native American proverb, and it's something that I think is good to remember about nature, is that we don't inherit the earth from our ancestors, we borrow it from our children. And I hope our shared practice has inspired you to feel your connection to nature. Take some time today, if you can, and get out there and walk barefoot in the sand, or take a walk in the woods or along the beach, whatever you can do to feel your connection to nature. And hey, if you see a tree, give it a hug. What a pleasure to share this practice with you. You can continue to lie on your back or gently bring yourself to seated. Once you arrange yourself seated on your mat, bring your hands to prayer position in front of your heart. Feel that connection that you have to nature. What an honor to share this practice from my heart to yours. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed our connection with nature today. Day 19 of 365 inspired yoga classes. Please comment below, share with friends and family. Thank you.